They looking. I got my cane shades on. They looking. I got my game face on. They looking. I got my cane shades on. They looking.
Sliding, I'm riding, I'm whipping. All them boys know, go get it, go hard for the U, we go harder than you. Getting it popping, 2-1 gun salute. Shout out them boys, footballer hoop. Know we the truth, Miami to you. Orange and green, I'm a rep for the team, but you know what I bleed. FCMG.
Got my game face, my cane shades like I'm Bo Nose and D Nasty. It's game time and I'm Duke Johnson. I run the ball, you don't do nothing. Sound like a drum line when I touch down. Alumni all in the crowd, we two up, juiced up. Now everybody throwing them U's up.
That you up. Look at what we do up. That you up. That you up. Look at what we do up.
What is going on? Damien, you want to know
Another?
something? You want to know something?
Another? Oh, shit, yeah.
This is when you know you really got your cane shades on, when you're fucking 2-3 and playing a ranked team Friday night.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm ready. Oh, Friday night, I'll be there. Oh, man, where's my home team at? Tommy, what's going on?
Tommy!
I'm here. I can't wait. We have our starting quarterback should have been the starting quarterback from the beginning.
Hold on, I got something for that. Hold on, who just so?
Oh, we got phone calls coming in. King Shades Radio.
That's Victor. Victor.
Hey, it's Vic, guys. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Vic?
What's up,
Oh
Vic?
man, we are excited.
Conference locked.
Vic, we are excited. It is Perry time, baby. Vic,
Yes,
where
sir.
you at? Where my crow at, man? Because he's about to take over the reins.
Oh no, that
Where
don't
my
count.
crow at?
You got some hot sauce for that crow?
Are you
Vic?
watching?
That not.
Hold on.
That
Are
actually
you,
doesn't count.
are you watching?
It doesn't
Thank
count
you. I was
really.
about to say, remember the last time I checked, the bet was as far as who would be named the starter for
Hold
the
on.
season, and it was
Wait.
Jared.
Yeah.
After this happens, Vic,
Yeah.
where after he had balls out Friday night and makes this upset, it is his time. Well, hold on. I don't know if you're watching the TV screen. Just give me 1 second. I got something for the fucking people. I'm about to give you guys a fucking show right now. Hold on.
All right. Oh man, we're excited. We're 2-3, but guess what, Vic? We have our Cane Shades on tonight. We got it. That's the only thing we could do is positive. What can we do?
You know what I don't believe? You know what I can't believe? Vegas has us favored.
That's two
Hey,
point
can you see me? Can you see me, Damien? Perry
Yeah, I
time,
see
baby. Perry time, baby. Woo! What do y'all
Let's
know
get it,
about
let's
that,
get it.
baby? Perry time. It's going on the wall. It's getting hung up next week. It is on. I've been waiting for this moment, and it's coming. Perry time.
There you go. Go dab for the camera, Bo. Do you even know how to do that? How you do that, Bo? Dab for the
I
camera.
don't do all that
do
bullshit.
it, Bo.
I don't do that bullshit. Shit.
Oh man, we're excited, man.
We are excited. We are. But hey, since you want to bring up the point spread, I found last week I had found a stat that Florida was going to beat Auburn, and Vicious Vic told me I was crazy, and Florida ended up winning. The stat was if a team won by 30 or more points 2 games in a row, and then were an underdog at home, they won 25 out of 30 of those games. And I told them Florida was going to win, and Florida beat Auburn, right? Listen to this fucking stat. Virginia had 5 turnovers last week against Notre Dame, or last game against Notre Dame. Teams coming off a game with 5 or more turnovers committed that are ranked in the top 25 and playing on the road are 14-3 straight up, winning games by an average of 21, and those same teams are 12-5 against the spread and covering the spread by an average of 10 points or more. So I don't know how the hell we are fucking favored this game. It's the numbers are having us lose.
It's blowing my mind. And they've had 2 weeks to prepare because they didn't play last week.
It's almost like I think Vegas is like trying to get everyone to jump on Virginia for some reason. There's something that they know that everyone else doesn't know.
Maybe it's Perry time.
And Virginia.
Speaking of spreads,
speaking of Go ahead.
Real quick, on 10 seconds. Vic, remember I told you I was going to go to the archives? It was Derek Cole that didn't take, remember that game, the Central Michigan game that went under, that he took the points under.
Correct. Correct.
Remember, you were speaking. It was Bo. It was Derrico. I went to archives to check that out. All right, let's continue.
Okay.
Mm. But man, I cannot believe we're the underdog. That's huge. I don't know what they're seeing. I figured we'd be like 7-point dogs, something like that. I mean, the last two spreads we were what, -30, -13, 14 last week, and we lose. What do you think, Vic? What do you think about this point spread? Are you buying it? Like, what's going? Is it weird? I mean, what do you think?
It's weird. I mean, again, obviously they're giving us some sort of respect in terms of us being the home team. Also, at the same time, with the announcement that Manny's going to end up taking over more of the play calling. Who knows?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But you know, we'll see. But let me give a little bit of a Virginia rundown that I have seen here. They got 4 players out for the season. Just announced. One starter, the linebacker Robert Snyder. I think their center Tyler Fannin is out for the year. Their backup quarterback Armstrong and their backup corner Sean Smith all out for the season. And then they got this. They're saying that this freshman running back Mike Hollins is going to start seeing an expanded role coming into the Miami game because their running attack has been terrible. I mean, the Tulapa kid, he's only got 183 yards, he's averaging 3.7, and then Perkins, the quarterback, is 164, and then Hollins is 11 for 78, and then Perkins throwing the ball 8 TDs and 6 interceptions. You know, he's good, but we know he can beat us with his legs.
I was about to say, put the money on the bank that a lot of teams, basically, especially Virginia now, ended up watching that Virginia Tech film, and boy, they're going to get some tidbits out of there. I'll tell you that right now.
We really need to watch that tight end for Virginia's tight end.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that tight end is Crowley. He's got 10 catches for 110 yards. But their receiver, Dubose is fucking 25 for 334, and Reed's 32 for 322, and then Jana is 19 for 197. So he's got a couple of receivers he likes to go to here.
I know secondary-wise, honestly, I want to see what's his last name, Knowles or Knowles?
Yeah, Knowles.
Dude, no. I just no.
Another thing
and
here,
that's part of the problem. Let's be honest.
Here's a big concern of mine right here. They have 24 sacks as a team this season.
Yep.
24.
Yep.
I mean, Mack, their linebacker, 6 sacks. Taylor, their linebacker, 4 sacks. Snowden, 3 sacks. Zandier, 3 sacks, but 20. But they only have 5 turnovers on the season, though. They've only created 5 turnovers. So they got sacks, but they haven't really created. They're averaging a little over 1 turnover a game, but the sacks is ridiculous, and that could be scary for us.
I think the one thing we really need to do more than ever, especially in this game, is to keep them off balance. I really would like to see the running game get started early and often.
Well,
and that's one thing we really didn't do, at least in the first half for the game last week. So.
Yeah, but Vic, it's hard when you start off these games down, like the North Carolina game down 17.
I know.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but see, when you have a weapon like DJ and Cam that could take it to the house at any time, I mean, you've got to run the ball, even if you are down.
Correct. And I'll say this, and I said it before in a previous, I think it was Monday. Jeff Thomas, I'm like, where the hell has he been? Why the hell? I mean, if you saw him during that game, he was doing some stick stuff with that speed of his. His acceleration is amazing. Okay? And why the hell is he not getting more touches? Come on. Give me a break.
Well, maybe, him and Cozy, that they've got a chemistry together, Maybe it will get them going.
Agreed. I mean, if we can recall from last season, Cozy's main guys were who? Jeff, and then also Brevin.
Brevin and Harley, too, like won the Harley, too.
Correct.
So, maybe to help them out, get Osborne in there a little bit more.
And I mean, I had a suspicion that Cozy was going to start this game because of these issues with
the injury,
Jaron's shoulders problem.
His shoulder. You know,
I mean, he could start the rest of the year.
He's gonna have to play good this Friday.
I agree.
He's gonna have to play good, but we don't know how long Jaron is out. We don't know the extent of this injury. I mean, is it his throwing shoulder? If it's his throwing shoulder, he could be done for a while. I mean, you can't throw with your shoulder popping out of place.
Right.
Maybe he might need surgery. I don't know. If he needs surgery, Vic, do you tell him to do it now or do it in the off season? I mean, what do you tell him? I mean, it's not like we're playing for anything.
Again, he doesn't have. How many games is he in already? This is our fifth game right now, or fourth?
It's gonna be our sixth.
Kiss off the medical red shirt.
We're 2 and 3.
I mean, I say go ahead and get it done, and then they can heal up before the off season.
Before spring.
Depends, because you don't know what the damage is.
I don't know.
And then yeah, that's good. And it's gonna be God. It's gonna be interesting next season. That's for damn sure.
I know it'll be very the spring. I mean, think if he got it right now, I say, Pedro's saying 2 months recovery. So if he got it now, he would be ready for spring football, and it would be would be just like last year, wide open again. Especially if Perry ended up playing good this year.
And then remember, Mr. Van Dyke is coming through the door.
And Big Kane.
And that kid is something special.
Big Kane 1 says he thinks it's a rotator cuff. Oh, that would be a bad injury. How long is that for a pitcher?
Rotator cuff is a major pain in the ass.
Oh, man.
Rotator cuff is a major pain in the ass. Who said that? Who said rotator cuff?
Oh, it's Big Kane 1. Isn't that more of a baseball injury?
I had rotator cuff injury. That's no joke.
It's a pain in the ass. The therapy in itself is.
I tore mine at my 13th playing baseball. I overthrew, and tore. It went.
Right.
It left. It went during a game.
The rehab you have to end up doing basically is almost like comparable if you end up having a ligament injury. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
It sucks.
Wow. And you know, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting what they do with him. But here's my thing: why Manny Diaz? You can tell his dad's a politician because he feeds us a bunch of bullshit. Let's just be honest here. I mean, he told us that Williams is going to be the guy. He's not injured. He's going to be running the defense. But Vic, he's not really running the defense. Blake is still running. Is still calling the plays. And then today they had Carter do an interview, and he said it's been basically no change.
What else would you expect him to tell the press?
Come on, then why would Blake still be calling the plays? Why would you not take the play calls away?
I understand perfectly, but again, what else would you expect them to tell the press? That you have to take that into consideration.
What do you mean? If you come out and go on the Joe Rose show and you say, "Hey, I'm taking over," so then why wouldn't you come out and say, "Okay, he's calling the plays now"?
Okay, but I'm talking about the interviewed who, Amari Carter?
Yeah.
And he said that Blake was still running things.
He said there was basically no change. He said just Manny was around a little more.
That's pretty much what Manny said during his press conference. That Blake James would still do the call, but he wants it to come through him also.
Well, why wouldn't it do that all year? Knowing you have a young DC.
I still say, honestly, scheme-wise, we got to switch back to a 4-3-4. I know Tommy mentioned it a couple of days ago. At the same time, we need to have some changes on the inside. I know that they like Scott because he knows how to play the run better, but, man, I like Gregory in there a hell of a lot better. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh, I do too.
He gets that push.
At least give him some more reps. I mean,
correct.
At least
the guy's freaking leading the team in sacks with like 4 sacks basically, and he hasn't had that many reps. I mean, give me a break.
What does our O-line do against but their O-line, I watched the Notre Dame game. Their O-line isn't that good either, to be honest with you. Notre Dame had a lot of pressure back there on them. But
Florida State got brushed on them.
yeah, Florida State did. That was a close game. Florida State could easily won that game.
Yep.
I mean, it just depends on what you just don't know what Miami team is gonna fucking
I
show
agree.
up. Is gonna show up. Is it gonna be the Miami team that showed up for North Carolina first half and Virginia Tech first half, or is it gonna be the second half teams?
You know, I mean, again, all of us end up. Who's online right now? Tommy, Bo, who else? Damien, who else?
That's it. I got locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Pedro coming on?
Probably later in the show.
Okay. You know, the one thing that's interesting to watch is some of the Facebook pages that go into these discussions, and I mean, some of our fans are really delusional. But at the same time, there's some perspectives that you have to take a look at, and you have to, give it some thought. You know, one thing that it's the constant discussion of if it's the coach's fault or it's the player's fault. You know, there's an old standard of, and I mean, I said this the other day, coaches coach, players play. Okay, but at the same time, we go back to what we've talked about, that we've come out flat as hell after bye weeks. That right there is straight up coaching. I'm sorry. Okay, that right there, you have to basically put your foot up someone's ass and just light a fire under it. Case closed.
I agree with that.
You know, that in itself right there is first and foremost. Then at the same time, again, are we coaching up these guys as we should? And that's the other thing as well, too. We have had, and I mean, again, it's people are already talking about dismissing Manning. I'm like, it's not going to happen. Give me a break, But at the same time, you can kind of understand the general frustration. Okay, because again, to go through another coaching change, you're talking about how many different coaching changes now in 6 years? Which would be crazy. But at the same time, I mean, come on. And we go back to something that was mentioned on Monday's show is this: due diligence. Okay, are we getting the right guy for the job?
How about the rumors they're going to be flying? The Canes Insight West End Zone crew are going to be paying for a banner. Fire Blake James. What about this?
I was going to ask that.
What about
Doesn't
this?
surprise me.
Come on, they cannot do this right now, because all these fans that are putting this money in, if they're putting their money into doing this, don't complain when we don't get the recruits. I'm just saying, if you think we're out of recruits, then when they see a freaking plane going over the stadium on our first year head coach, if we think he's not the man or not, it is gonna hurt us.
I had an interesting conversation with Brett Mitchell from Queensware a couple of days ago, and it was interesting to hear him speak about this, and it's very true. He said the comment that was made is that the way that social media is nowadays, you end up having it to be such a turnoff to not just a matter of the fans, but that you end up having the recruits get so influenced by it, okay, that it just really gets to a point in time where it gets to a breaking point, and you just don't want to deal with it. Something to be considered, and it's something, honestly, I agree with. I see too many people get caught too much into the issues with social media. I really do.
That's why I've been staying off of it. I'm not on it as much as I used to be.
But look, guys, you guys are grown men. There's no way I'm going to tell you guys what to do. Each one of us basically has a firm opinion, okay, with what's going on. Each one of us has our own thoughts, okay, in terms of how we should go forward. But at the same time, you got, I mean, come on. When you look at some of the stuff that's happened this year, you already have like a certain group set of people basically blaming the season's failures on Bubba. Okay? And that intensely. And I'm like, it's not just a matter about one guy. It isn't.
But Vic, you got to make kicks. God, you
I
cannot
agree.
miss all these kicks.
Bo, I don't disagree with you. He's got one job to do. I agree with that.
I mean, if this was FAU or FIU or some little bullcrap school, he'd get away with it. But this is Miami, man. This is
I agree.
Power 5 football. I mean, you can't be missing all these kicks and just think. And then they start looking at your high school, your high school, you're 4 for 10. Like they're thinking, how
I
in the
agree.
hell is this guy like this?
So the thinking was he only got 2 other offers besides us. He was
It was Army
and
some other
Baylor,
crap
I think was
school.
it.
Yeah, Baylor. Baylor was it. Yeah, that was it. So I mean, I don't know, man.
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating. It is frustrating.
Well, it's going to be fun to see what happens next week with the kicking game. Because this other guy supposedly going to be available, whatever that means.
I don't know what that
means. And then oh God, a freaking noon game against Georgia Tech. Christ Almighty. Dude, cannot stand noon games worth a lick. Tell you that right now.
Hey, BVD, I agree with you. They probably would. They got a good team right now.
They probably would. I just seen it.
And BVD, my boy Brian Maurer starting for you guys. That's the dude right there. Man, how about this Manny? Let's see here. Pedro saying the D-line coach is Manny's roommate from college. He's not going anywhere. If this, why he's hiring all his friends? If this is true, all these guys are his buddies he's hiring, and does this not take us back to the last 2 coaching hires we have? If this is true.
Yep.
Who's our D-line coach? Our D-line coach is who? It's.
I don't even remember his name right now. I'm just, and his buddy. God, it's hard to it's hard to be positive right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like I said before, nothing I wouldn't give to end up having Cole back. Right now.
I'll take Simpson right now.
Agreed, but I'll tell you something right now. Again, Cole's work speaks for itself.
Hey, John, thanks for that. Been on YouTube for a while here. I would take Simpson back. And people say he can't recruit, but he got us in that Georgia.
I disagree.
He got us in Georgia.
No, agree. I don't disagree with the concept as far as Simpson being a great recruiter. He is. Okay, but as far as the coach is concerned, Cool is the better coach.
I'd take either one right now.
You think? What makes you think that, though? I mean, come on. This guy just went to the NFL.
The Cool's the better coach?
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely. Come on, look at his repertoire, man. Look at his resume. Look how many people. Let's put it this way. Look where he came out from Missouri, okay, and what he produced out of there with lesser talent.
Could it be the scheme that they were playing over there?
Part of it, but at the same time, every single one of those guys ended up getting drafted into the NFL. Every single one of those guys.
I mean, look at the talent he had when he was at Miami. That D-line.
My point exactly.
Norton and what's his name for the Giants? God, I can't believe I think he's one of my favorite ones.
R.J. McIntosh?
McIntosh, Chad. I mean, that D-line was deep, but at the D tackle position, we were good there. And you had Willis the next year. Well, that was after him, but still, that was when we were getting all the turnovers and stuff.
Right. Yep. Put it this way, Pedro made a very good point about something a couple of days ago. Basically, was this: if RJ, okay, and Kendrick stay and don't go pro, you would not have seen Gerard pop on the field last year.
I think he would have, because I think he would have.
He would have played. It just may not have been as.
He would not have started. He wouldn't have started.
He'd have played though.
How do you know they wouldn't have went bigger and put one of them? But man, think about the rotation. You could have rotated all 3, and the explosion you would have had.
Agreed.
If you gave him less plays.
I just think a big part of our issue as well too, in taking that into light, is this: some of our guys need to really reevaluate themselves and not end up basically believing anyone that's blowing smoke up their ass. and go pro early. That's being honest.
Come on, this is going all the way back to Golden's first year. Remember Olivier Vernon, Lamar?
Agreed.
Remember all those
Agreed.
guys went pro, and it hurt us. And man,
Well, nobody. We don't really have any that can leave early, anyways. That's proven it.
I think next year most everyone will be back. But hopefully, I mean, I don't know. If you had to bet on this game, right, of how this team comes out in the first quarter, is it hot or cold?
A lot really depends upon if Nkosi ended up learning from his mistakes from last year. Remember, he came out from that game from Virginia, and I mean, granted, okay, and if I remember correctly, guys, toss in on this one basically. Damian still on the phone?
Hey, he's doing something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Okay, good.
Hold on real quick. Hey, Mr. Finchman, beat Virginia. Thanks for that. Go ahead, Vic.
If I remember correctly, wasn't that was Nkosi's first start on the road?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was his first hostile environment on the road. Yes.
And Charlottesville is a pain in the ass to play in, boy. I'll tell you that right now.
Tommy was
And
there.
Vic, I can tell you for 100%, I've been going to that place ever since Miami's been playing there. That is the most hostilest time I've ever seen that place. Was last year. That place, the tailgate.
Although I can tell you something right now, the fans from Blacksburg, yo man, those guys.
Trust me, I know.
Hey,
Trust me, I know. I go to that one. I've been going to that one since the 90s.
Coming from a New York perspective, basically, I'll end up putting my Yankee fans, and please, the fans from Philadelphia, oh Jesus. The fans from Philadelphia, dude, if their own mother doesn't clean them, they'll freaking kill her as well too. Seriously.
Well, hey, we got in about 3 minutes we're gonna open up the phone lines. But Damien, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey,
The number is 866.
Give us the promo.
501.
Hey, no, give us the promo.
Okay. Well, tonight we got people donating. We really appreciate it. Hey, we are fans for the fans. If you would like to put Virginia, if you would like to put a Hurricane fan in the seats, go ahead, donate. Right there in the super chat, there's the little $sign. Donate $2, $3. It's whatever.
We got about.
All right.
All right.
The number's 866.
It's on the
The
screen.
number's 866.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Well, we got at 10 o'clock. We're opening the lines, and we're doing one person at a time. We don't want these lines flooded. It gets too much going on.
I would like for Cutler Ridge Labs to call in tonight, though.
No, I don't want him to call in because you don't want to start.
Nah, you don't want to hear the truth.
No, you really.
You don't want to hear the truth.
You don't really.
I know what you're gonna say.
You don't really.
I know what you're gonna say.
No, because you don't.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm not talking about that right now. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna talk.
All right.
Because people like that are sensitive, and I don't want to mess with these kind of people no more. I'm just saying.
Okay, I got you.
Like you don't understand, Damien. Right now, over there in the west side. Laz and these guys got another soap opera over there going, man. Every year, these guys are always beefing and soap operaing. I don't,
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Hold on for a minute. Considering I'm over from the west side, please, let's not talk about the put it this way. Forget about, we're talking the daily soap opera digest that comes out from the east part. Don't go there. Please don't go there.
All of them. All these clicks. All these clicks, Vic. They got all these clicks, and then because that's how it is at the tailgates. They all click up, and then they beef with each other. It's crazy. And
it's even like Capo. It's even like Capo on the road.
I'm staying away from all that. I don't want to be part of that.
And let's put it this way: there's an all too common friend that we all have that has since disappeared. That in essence is like almost the king of the soap opera digest, basically. That ends up starting a whole bunch of this nonsense.
He's still around.
Listen, Bo. I got what you're saying, but the reason was because of the conversation we had a few days ago about the Miami thing.
Well, let me ask you a question then. Since you rep Miami so much, why don't you rep the Dolphins?
Okay, see, I knew you were going to say that.
I'm just saying.
I knew you were going to say that, and I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I was ready for you to say that.
You cannot have an excuse
yes,
for that,
yes.
Damien.
I was
no,
born.
you can't.
I was born into that. Okay, but
you
if you don't let me
can't
talk,
because
you just gonna talk?
because that is you said Miami is your place, not Buffalo. Miami is.
It's my hood, yes.
So then you should rep the Dolphins.
Okay, you let me know when I could talk. You let me know when I could talk, because I don't want you talking over me. Okay, yes, I have family from Buffalo, and I was born into it. You're acting like I didn't get my ass kicked at Ruth Owens Crusade in 1993 for wearing a Tim Kelly shirt. I got my ass beat for being a Buffalo Bills fan living in Miami.
Matter.
Like, come on, man.
It doesn't
like
matter.
It is what it is. But what I was saying, what I was saying is, yes, kids that they're accustomed to being Miami Hurricane fans. If I would have had Laz on here, he would have explained it to you, because you know what was going on the other night. We were in 4 or 5 different discussions.
We got to get off of this.
4 or 5. You were talking about recruits, and I was talking about regular kids in high school.
Even regular kids, but I'm getting off this. This bores the people. This
Yeah. Because we go nowhere. That's why I want Laz on the phone, because he tells you he'd explain it better to you.
I don't even want to listen to him.
All right.
Is it that bad, if I'm asked?
What?
Is it that bad?
What is that bad? I'm not.
As far as
I don't want to deal with these.
I
don't want to deal with none of these people.
No. It's not that bad. It's just we like to stay our distance from.
We stay our distance from everybody. We stay our distance. We stay with ourselves, Vic. You don't see us over here hanging out with these people or this people or that people.
We're the Lone Rangers, Vic.
Is this 247 Canes?
This is 5-star. Yeah, it's 247.
5-star. What's going on, 5-star?
What's going on, K-Shade? What's up?
Locked.
Not much.
Oh man, we're actually excited here at 2 and 3 for Friday night.
What do you think?
Listen. Before I hit that up, let me defend my boy from Miami-Dade County. Hold on. Real quick. Hey, Bo. People from Miami, regardless of where, regardless of who, if they're a fan or not, if they're wearing orange, they're gonna rock a Miami Marlins hat.
How about Dolphins?
All right?
How about Dolphins?
There you go.
How about Dolphins?
Because they're repping their hood. They'll do it.
How about How about when it was the Florida Marlins?
When it's the Florida Marlins, if they're rocking blue, and black, they'll rock that blue and black hat with the F on it.
So
where are you from? Where were you from? 24/17.
Hey.
Like where did you grow up?
Born in Dade. Born in Dade.
Well, where in Dade? Where around?
Where in Dade?
Yeah, because I'm Homestead.
I'm from Miami Gardens originally.
Okay, all right.
So where you go? What do you think about Friday?
Friday, all right. So our offensive line has to play well. That's obvious, and I'm scared of this Virginia front, man. I really am.
24 sacks. 24 sacks.
Who said 24 sacks?
That's how many sacks they have on the season so far. 24.
Well, yeah. I didn't know that, but I don't know what we're gonna do, because if our O-line doesn't play well, we're gonna be on square one with Nicole. And he might get hurt.
I know what we're gonna do. We gotta get the ball out quick. We gotta keep them off balance.
But that's how they're gonna break on our routes. And Virginia has great, not great, but good DBs.
Well,
they live off their defense.
You run draws. You run screens. They fix it.
Screens, I agree with.
We don't. I don't think we run enough screens. I mean, we can
who's the most athletic?
You can run you could have Dallas go right for the screen as a decoy and throw it over there to the left to your fucking tight end. Shit.
All right, I want to see more receiver screens to the fastest receivers, but I want to see them block and break a tackle.
You want to see bubble screens?
How about a screen? How about spread DJ Dallas outside and give him a screen on the outside?
I like that. I'll take anything. I just want to see the ball moving. I wish I could go back and watch I wish I went back and watched the Florida State game. What do you think?
All I know is that
Huh? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you better bring a lot of Patron.
Why? I'm gonna be good, man. We're gonna win. If we're gonna win, no matter what.
Bubba Baxter's gonna be out there again, man.
I'm not getting mad anymore, dude.
Good evening, fellas.
Who is this?
Bubba Baxter. It's Pedro.
Pedro, hold on. Hey, so, but look, this is my new take on going to the games. I bring my kids, and I'm just going there just so they have fun. I'm not getting mad anymore. I'm not getting stressed anymore because we already suck. So it can only suck more. That's all it can do.
You say this now, Bo, but Friday night about this time you'll be pissed off and mad. I know
Bo,
you.
I wasn't
know
mad
you for
Bo,
years.
Did you see last game?
Bo,
I wasn't mad last game.
Bo, I went to the game last week, and I brought my son. My son's 8 years old, and he wanted the Canes to win. It was his first experience out there, at a Miami Hurricanes game. And he saw how hyped I got. He saw how much I was into it because we stayed there in the hot sun at night. We stayed there the whole game. And at the end of the game, when we couldn't pull it off, he had tears running down his cheeks. And I'm like, "Why are you crying?" And then he said, "Because I really wanted to win them to win, Dad, because I know how much you like them, and I like them too."
Well, look.
So I'm just warning you.
Look, my son.
This is the memory that you're gonna.
I took my sons to the Florida game. We got beat. I took my sons to the North Carolina game. We got beat. Central Michigan, we almost got beat. Virginia Tech, we got beat. They just to have fun. They got gloves. They got like fucking 10 pairs of gloves. Fucking, they got everything. And so they're happy. They got all that bullshit. They're happy. So I'll just make them happy. Let them go over there and get some gloves. And they'll be happy. Telling you.
All right, so moral of the story is, Bo, don't bring your kids and we'll win.
No, I'm bringing
I was getting ready to say the same thing, Vic. I was going to say the same thing.
No, because even
man.
Bo, I'm sorry. You walked right in that one.
The only game we didn't go to was Bethune. Because I was like, I'm not wasting my time going to that.
And we won.
Show. Oh, I hope so. They could have put me, you, all of us in there, and then we would have won.
I agree.
Well, maybe hopefully I'll change to Oban in Pittsburgh. I'm not taking any kids.
You got to take, man, well, the kids like
Bo,
it. That's how you brainwash them. You understand? That's how you brainwash them. My son is diehard fucking Hurricane right now.
Well, my daughter is too, but my daughter doesn't live with me. And I can't get my daughter to take her.
It is brainwash. So 247, what do you think about Perry? You think he's going to have a big game or what?
Oh, I love it. I love him. I love Perry. I think he's gonna have a good game. Yeah, and I think he's gonna extend, and make that O line look a little better than what it actually is. The only thing that concerns me once again is, him getting hit on the blind side, and him going down and getting hurt. Because then who do we put in there? Tate Martell?
It's gonna have to be Martell.
God help us.
Hey, you never
I
know.
think the one thing on the offense side I think we need to do as well too, and I think about this as well too. One, we need to operate from a shotgun mentality consistently.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's the first thing. Okay. Second, I'd like to end up seeing us do like a variety of a 2-minute offense. Okay, so that way it ends up keeping the other defense, the defense on their toes. Okay, that way basically we can end up opening up the game as we want to. That's the other thing to take into consideration. Because I think, honestly, we got the Stallions that we can do it. No reason as to why we can't end up putting at least about a good 28, 34, 35 points in this game.
On this defense?
On this defense.
I don't know about that.
Bo, before I let you go, I wanted to ask a couple questions to Pedro.
Well, he's going to be on a little bit later.
I think he's on right now.
Yeah, but he's coming on a little bit later. We have a certain time frame for him.
All right.
But Pedro.
Well, can I ask you guys?
Go ahead.
All right. So, do you guys think that Manny and the staff right now is feeling the pressure from the fans and feeling the pressure of this 2-3, or do you think he's sitting back there that he's comfortable with what the administration is supposed to give him? Because by rumors that I've heard, he's getting at least 3 years no matter what.
In my opinion, I think they feel comfortable. I think they feel comfortable.
Mine too. I think he's comfortable. He's got that whole, what's the word I'm looking for? He's fine. He's not sweating.
I don't think
now,
so.
if this was third year, maybe. Now, nope.
Hey, where do you park at 247 Canes? East side or west side?
I've parked different areas. I parked northeast by the northeast gate because I had an orange pass the first time, but then I had the I had the yellow pass for season tickets.
Oh, yellow pass sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. That's why I'm telling you I need someone to tailgate.
Oh, you need to get you need to get my number. I'll be on the east side. I'll be in orange. But
you got my number. DM me.
I get there. Well, I need your phone. Your real phone. Is your real phone number in there? I need your real number.
Yeah, this is my real number.
All right. I'll hit you on it. Because I get there before the gate opens. Like, I'll wait like 10, 15 minutes. Then I go in.
I get there early, too.
Before they open that damn gate.
I Uber sometimes.
No, not me. I just drive my truck. So I got to drive 4 hours. So I got
the traffic on Fridays can be a pain in the ass, man. Let me tell you. It really is.
I'm gonna be there. I'm getting there early.
How about, is your toe gonna be fine for the game? Is someone's toe gonna be fine for the game?
He says it's okay.
Yes.
He says 100%.
Toe's fine. I'm ready to go Friday. I'm ready to go.
Hey, he's 85%. And Vic got a hold of the trainer for him, and we're ready to go, man. We're ready to go.
Yeah, Pedro worked on my toe. I went to U Health, and Pedro was working on my toe. Everything's fine. The toenails are back in. I'm ready to go Friday night. I got a new toenail. I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, definitely get up with us. Definitely come tailgate with us. We don't do it's just us.
Yeah, we should hang out.
It's just us.
Yeah, we only tailgate maybe 10, 12 deep. We're not into the big time fiesta. No. We just like to chill and relax.
We stick to ourselves. Even at the Gator game, we stuck to ourselves, and we drink our little beer, and we don't get all carried away. We just got the.
I mean, we're not boring. It's just we like to do 10, 12 people. We don't like the big fiesta. It's like just
It's like right now. We're talking football and stuff, and then the kids are over there
just like that
playing football. If you bring your son,
when you come tailgate with us, we give you a special episode of Cane Shades. Just like how you're hearing what we're talking, that's what we're gonna do there and drink.
We'll be drinking.
Bo.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask this question to Pedro, but I'm gonna ask you guys since you're because I did a little digging. I remember we had the little discussion of the stars matter, they don't matter.
Don't matter.
Just real quick.
Go ahead.
All right. I think I found one of the reasons why Miami. Well, obviously the staff is new, but our coaches and our people that are in charge of recruiting. I think the Marcus Van Dyke is one of them that's in there in our program, and he has to do with recruiting and setting things up. I think we're not finding them. I think we're not finding them like Clemson does, because you mentioned Clemson. Clemson finds them before they even have any stars.
Well,
anything.
Like I told Vic the other day, I said, why weren't we the first ones to offer the Walker kid? He's right in our backyard.
You're right.
Why was South Carolina the first one on? Like how are these kids getting found by other schools before us? I mean,
you know what, Bo? I think you're right with that. We're not finding them early enough, and other schools are bouncing on that, and that's making a difference.
Well, you know what that is? It's about having their network, and they got people they can trust down there. Like, hey, okay, what if you called St. Thomas Aquinas, right? You know the coach.
Right.
Hey, coach, you just played, I don't know, Carroll City. Hey, what was the kid that no one that was out there just balling that no one knows about? And he's gonna tell you, this kid, this number, I don't know, 25. This kid's gonna be a stud. He's a sophomore. We were beating him. They threw him in there. He's gonna be a stud in a couple years. You can't tell me you can't talk to these coaches. They know when they play a team what kid's gonna be good and not.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just think it's some. And I think for offensive linemen, if it was me evaluating, I want to see. I want to know what they do. What other sports they play? Because I would really like to find a 6'4", 6'5", 200.
I heard it wrestling.
Yeah, wrestler. Give me a freaking wrestler. That's all. All he knows how to do is lock up with someone and throw someone around and get thrown around. That's all he does for a living.
At the same time, guys, one thing I said as well, too, and I said this in a previous show, I think we have to go to a different part of the country as far as to get our offensive linemen. Seriously.
Why don't we
well,
go?
by Manny on his press conference, it's hard to find offensive linemen.
Boston College does. Wisconsin does.
I was about to say.
That's
Boston
what I said. That's what I told him and put it in the comment section. Wisconsin seems to have no
let's put
problem.
it this way. When you look, and there are 5 schools that I think about right off the bat when it comes down to good offensive linemen, okay? Boston College, okay? Michigan, Iowa, okay?
Wisconsin.
Notre Dame, okay? And also USC.
Oh, you got to have Wisconsin in there.
You got to have Wisconsin in there.
My apologies. Wisconsin as well, too.
Michigan State.
I mean, if you look at the general areas, you're talking Northeast, West Coast to a minor degree, okay, and then primarily, okay, right in the Midwest, right there.
I think we could go up there in the Boston. I mean, just go start watching who Boston College is recruiting, and you're telling me we can't steal 2 or 3 linemen from them? Like, come on, a couple of them are going to want to come down to the nice weather and stuff. Maybe not all.
But you want to know? Okay, but the question here is this: do we have the right guys assessing the talent? Okay, with regards to offensive linemen. Look, for all we heard, Tommy Kennedy was supposed to be like instant pencil in at left tackle.
Oh, God.
Please, exactly.
Victor, I don't think we've had a great Italian talent evaluator since Butch Davis. It's been that long.
I agree.
100%.
I agree with it.
I mean,
Butch is sick when it comes down to like doing this stuff. No joke. And he's doing it over at FIU.
Do you think it has anything to do with the coaching tree that he was a part of before he came to Miami?
Probably.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
It had to be. I mean, he was around great.
I mean, everyone originated from Jimmy.
Think about that
in terms
staff.
of, we're talking from Butch.
Yeah, Butch, Dave Wants, all these guys. But,
I mean, Chuck Pagano. Look, I mean, put it this way.
Yeah, if you look at the coaching
Chuck
tree,
Pagano's got the #1 defense in the NFL with the Bears right now.
But if you go, if you go watch it, I saw him do. I think it was on YouTube. I forgot. It was a couple years ago. I watched. He said how he evaluated talent back then. He said he would go look for a kid that, because a lot of these kids only get school breakfast and lunch. After that, they don't eat no more. He said he wants to find those kids that don't eat, don't get aren't on the right meal plan, are skinny, and they ain't got the frame. And he's like, I know if I get him in here in a year or 2, I can put 40, 50 pounds of muscle on him, and he's gonna be a stud with how athletic he is right now. That's the kind of stuff he would look for. And then he says, like the big schools, like the St. Thomas's and these schools in Texas, some of those kids are maxed out early because they're in a real program that is developing them quick. And some of these guys are getting developed, are hitting their ceiling early. And he was good at picking that. And a lot of these guys aren't.
You know what's an underrated area to recruit? People are going to laugh at me when I say this.
What is it?
Baltimore and Maryland.
Maryland my God. How many times have I said that? You know who owns that? I'm being dead serious. You know who owns this area up here in Baltimore?
Who?
It was an SEC school.
Alabama.
Alabama eats the hell out of this. St. Francis, Baltimore, they've got 3 kids right now that's playing for them that they've got recruited.
Yeah, but you're
not telling me Miami can't come up here. D.C., Virginia, Maryland, parts of West Virginia, and get some of these offensive linemen. Tennessee does it. LSU's doing it.
Oh, we just need this. I don't know. I hope they get it together. Hope this staff figures it out. But I don't know. But okay, here we go. It's 10:20. It's Pedro time. Pedro, what's going on? Pedro!
What's happening, family? What's happening, family?
Hey, Pedro, what's up, man?
What is up?
What's going on, brother?
What are you feeling about Friday night?
I mean, we got Perry in the behind center. So, I mean,
we're
actually
feeling good, Pedro.
I think he's actually going to prove upon what he did Saturday.
You think he's in a
That I believe that the team is more fired up seeing him back there. I mean, the team does play with a different attitude when he's actually in it on the field.
Mm.
I mean, we all seen the resurgence of Jeff Thomas. We've seen the deep balls. We've seen
There you go.
Brevin Jordan get off. I mean, the team is more amped up. You know, it also helps with the offensive line and the offensive line that they know that Perry don't hold the ball too long. They know the ball gonna get out, so I mean that could help out with the blocking. Perry does get the ball out a lot faster.
Man,
You know what the sad part about is?
What's going on?
My apologies, real quick. Did you see how many fans were booing in Cozy when he stepped into the game? I'm like, dude, give me a break.
I heard it on the TV. You heard it on TV.
I didn't recognize
That
it.
wasn't Nkosi.
No.
That was because they were playing an ad of Manny asking the fans to come out to the game. Like it was simultaneous. They put
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it was. They had a little preview. They had a little thing with Manny and Kofi came in at the same time, and it was like
timing was like wow.
Yeah, it was a double boom.
I was cheering, bro. I was cheering. I was like, I saw him come in there in that huddle. I was cheering. I was on my feet. Shoot.
Yeah, it was a double boom. The thing that I looked at, and it was kind of interesting to me, is when I saw an interview the other day with Nestor Severa, just like I heard, I think you said Golden, when they asked about the difference with Manny taking over the defense, and they said that there really wasn't no difference. If that's the case, then it's a player's problem, not a coaching problem. If there was no difference, I think that's going to be a player's problem.
Oh gosh, that means it's a bad problem.
That's going to be an issue. If they said that there's no difference, I don't know if Manny's not doing anything different, and if the players continue to play the same way, that's a player's problem, not a coaching problem. And the thing that interests me also is when I heard they asked Baker, was it the same defense? And he kind of danced around it. He said it's not. He basically said it's a Miami defense because I know that they both, over time, they both have their own little different wrinkles. Manny did not veto any calls, so I guess that he was in agreement with Baker's play calling. But Manny has the right to veto anytime he wants to by him being a still defensive coordinator, our head coach. So it must be like the players are just doing their own thing, which is a problem. I mean, I've seen clearly a couple of plays that were left on the field, our linebackers especially, and I'm like, what are they doing? Are they trying to play hero ball? I know they know how to read keys. I mean, why was nobody manned up on the tight end coming across the formation? Like, I don't get it. Like, what were y'all reading? Y'all was worried about the run of the quarterback so much? You better tighten up because that play would happen, twice for big chunks of play? And they got burnt on it? They need to tighten that up.
Are y'all there?
Yeah. I see us going for two instead of kicking a field goal because I don't see that. I can't see. If they go for another field goal or PAT.
Come on, Pedro.
Something wrong.
You got to kick that extra point, man. You can't miss this extra. Get me out there off the stands. I bet I can make it. Holy cow.
I would trust him more. I would trust him more to make a longer field goal than a chip shot.
Vic, you're at the.
All right, so what do? You take the 15 yards, get the penalty, delay a game, and move it back?
No, they're going to take it back on the kick.
I'm going for two.
No.
Put this way, it's the best of both worlds. And we get to freaking celebrate and the better chance to make the damn PAT.
I'm going for two.
For as crazy as that may sound.
No way.
There's no way I go for two every time.
Not every time, man.
You got that much confidence in him?
Son going for two on the Madden all the time.
How many has he missed already as far as point attempts? How many has he missed?
I think two. The one against North Carolina that got blocked, and the last one.
And the one that was blocked wasn't his fault.
That wasn't his fault. That came right in the middle.
Someone was offering. Pedro, you on the line?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Someone was offering up and I can't remember who it was on one of these Facebook pages. They were offering up an excuse basically as far as the way that the football was being positioned as far as laces in, laces out. I'm like, dude, give me a break. You're overdosing on Ace Ventura, dude. Give me a break.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's somebody's reaching real far.
I saw that. I'm like, no.
That must be his uncle.
That's a reach.
That must be his uncle.
That's a reach.
Cousin. Something.
I mean, even if it is lace in, lace out, and you still can't hit a chip shot, man.
I mean, we're talking what from a 3? I mean, come on. The NFL doesn't even kick these anymore because they're so easy. Come on, man. Could you imagine if college like the NFL and they were kicking from the 20? Oh man, it would really be a show then. It would really be a show on these extra points with this guy.
Oh, let me add on to what I think 24/7 was saying about the recruiting. Yeah, DVD is on staff as pretty much overseeing like the defensive prospects. Like I said, Cooney is the offense, and you have Pata, who's pretty much looking over the line. So that breaks down the recruiting. And, I'm pretty sure the coaches they're doing their thing as well.
I don't know. So
Pedro, what do you really think in terms of? Put it this way. I'll say this. Don't forget what you're hearing in the interviews, but at the same time, from what you know, from what you see, from what your personal experience gives you to take, what do you really think, man? Coaches or the players, man?
What side of the ball?
Both.
Yeah, both. It's both. It's both.
Both coaches and players?
Yeah, it's both. It's both.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, if we want to talk about the offensive line, they know what the blocking scheme is. Unfortunately, some guys get beat because of techniques. That's part of coaching. Another part of it too. Some guys they're not what you think they are, and that's them. Some of them may need to get in the weight room a little bit more. Some of them may be thinking that, you know what, I got this. So I've always been the biggest dude, and I don't have to work as hard. I know I can push these guys around. And then when you get slapped up over the face or get slapped out, and he's like, oh shit, boom, play gets had. So that is a little bit of both. Defense is a little bit of both. Some guys I see that they're trying to, hero ball. I'm going to be the one to make a play, and sometimes they overrun play. Some guys are not wrapping up. So I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, there's been plays that you scratch your head and be like, why would they call that particular defense? We can go back to UNC, like, 4th and 17. And you, I mean, damn, 4th and 17, you pretty much said we walking off the field. And you let a dude catch, a 23-yard pass?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, shit. Is that coaching or is that on the players? It's on both.
That's on both. Yeah, it's true. Good point.
It's on both.
Oh,
That's both.
This.
I mean, but we blitzed a safety and a corner on the opposite side.
Yeah.
That's both. That's coaching on that side of the ball, and then you got Bandy playing 25 yards off, 26 yards off.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm just to the point. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not getting mad anymore.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, this is a first-year Blues. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it, the frustration, but I also get that, you know what? It's a new voice that some of these guys are hearing for the first time, and the new people. I mean, I've seen some dudes. I forgot D. Howard talk about we need to fire the O-line coach and the D-line coach. And truth of the matter is, I've never seen people fire a position coach in the middle of the season. Now, head coach or coordinators, yes, I can see that. He also doesn't realize, and what I realized, that the offensive line coach got handed over the offensive line, where your most senior guy is just got into his junior season. a position change, and then you got the rest of these guys who never really played a down. So I mean, what offensive line coach you think gonna be able to come in and turn it over overnight? With that, mind you, a lot of these kids are mentally destroyed from what Coach Searles has done to them.
Right.
So they still trying to get through that now. I know this personally. They still fighting through that.
I agree.
Where you at?
Why do you think that, that's one of the reasons we saw Cleveland Reed get up out of there. Another reason we saw George Brown get up out of there.
Well, here it's
some guys are not all the way healthy either.
Well, it's 10:30. It's time, prediction time, and close the show out. Who wants to go first tonight? Who wants to go
I'll go
first?
first. I'll go first. I'll predict the win, but I don't have no numbers for you.
Oh God, Perro, that's scary. That's being scary, man. You gotta give us something, man.
I don't have no numbers, bro. I apologize, but I don't have numbers.
All right. Tommy, what do you got? The bearer of bad news. Give it to me.
24-17 Virginia.
Wow.
Woo. Wow. Tommy.
I'm sorry. With what hey, there's a reason behind that.
No. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, Tommy.
247. What do you got for us here?
I got 22-20. DJ Dallas goes in for a win for a 2-point conversion.
Wow.
Yo, you know what? Let me do my thing. Yo, you know what? Because it's hard to predict the score because of the 2-point conversion shit. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't even know. Like, what the hell? So, I'm going 32-28 Miami.
Oh, you guys making every one? Oh.
Yeah.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
Victor, what do you got?
It's cane shaped.
What do you got, Victor?
30-21 UM.
Wow, 30-21. I got this one a close one. I think we're going to start slow again, get behind 14-0. I think we end up winning this game. 22-21.
It's gonna be close. Okay, so no one thinks we're gonna like a miracle just blow the team out like 35-17.
No, this defense is
like
too
no
good.
way this is gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but no one in the comment section thinks that's like a miracle is gonna happen.
No.
Like we're just gonna fuck it.
I don't believe it. I don't.
Hopefully we beat Virginia and it'll bring new life.
Real quick,
season.
guys. I just got a message, Boa. Did Derek Coe reach out to you because he was wanting to call in?
No, he can call in real fast. No, I haven't checked. I haven't seen no message from him. Oh, maybe he just did just now. Hold on. Oh, hold on.
You want to put in Cole for the last 10 minutes?
I'll put him in for a couple minutes. Hold on, let me unlock the line.
Yeah.
We'll take a call from Phil. I have my phone on silent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Tell Cole to call in.
Tell him to go.
I just hit him up.
I just told him.
Oh man. So Tommy's the only one that's got us losing this game.
That's because Tommy's consulting with Vegas on money. That's why.
Now, if I had to gamble, if I had to bet, I would bet on Virginia if I had to bet. Just by the numbers alone.
No, Tommy's just on the realistic. He's just being realistic. That's
the point spread is what? Miami's favored by what? 2.5.
2.5.
2.
So it's basically Virginia plus 2, basically.
I would take Virginia. Hey, Cole, what's going on?
What do you say?
Oh, we're all predicting Miami except one.
We're saying a lot.
What do you think?
Man. Oh, you know I got Miami, bro. I got Miami.
I'm saying Miami gets 4 2-point conversions in the game. 5 2-point conversions in the game.
Man, let me know what you want so I can get some of that good stuff.
Yo, what was it? 32. I got 32-30. That's the final score with a bunch of 2-point conversions.
I almost thought you could be like a baseball game, basically, like maybe 8-2.
Oh my gosh. No, man. I honestly think Miami's going to kind of come out I think they're going to have a little fire on them. I think they come out and win 28-10.
Wow, 28-10.
Wow.
Man, this D line is for the Virginia's legit. You're not worried about
But,
this D
dude,
line?
no, man, just listen. Go in the shotgun, roll out, get rid of the ball.
But how you figure 28-10? Because the problem with the kicking though, like we're gonna make a 2-point conversion or somewhere around there,
Man,
right?
listen, I guarantee you, if that dude misses another kick, he ain't getting anywhere near the bus.
Oh, shit.
No, what's going to happen though is
man.
that Derek will send his son Grayson down there to kick the damn field goal, basically.
Oh,
Listen, man, you bullshitting. When he's actually able to start kicking, man, that's what he's gonna go for, man. No problems, no concussions, nothing. Well, no, I would want him to go out there and kick some ass too, like a Matt Botcher, hit some heads. How'd the show go tonight? You guys had a lot of good comments.
We're on live
right now.
We're live now.
We just saved it for you.
Shit.
We saved the last 10 minutes for you here.
Yeah, this is the 10 minutes for you, Cole.
Are you going to
Bo,
the game?
you coming down?
Yeah, I'll be there Friday. Sure.
Of course, we'll be there.
You guys gonna come down and see me in 111 at the tunnel?
Yeah.
I'll be over there.
Yeah.
You're bringing the kids?
Yeah, I'm bringing the kids. We're missing school.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
Be over there.
Listen, man, that's a fun little spot right there. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't know how I was able to stumble across those seats, but that's definitely a fun little spot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the little Virginia.
No, Bo was telling me even though the loss, the kids had a good time with the gloves. They were giving away stuff. So Bo said the kids had an awesome time.
They did. They didn't even care
Listen,
no more about loss.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about, man. Like, they're too young to understand wins and losses and stuff right now. But the funny thing though, man, like, I've been doing this for so long. Like, the sad part is I'm just so accustomed to the losses now. Like, for years, I didn't even think about a loss. But now, man, it's realistic. Like, I go into every game thinking, all right, man, let's chalk this up to an L. Chalk this one up to an L. Like, there's really no,
Cole,
there's no gratification. Like, we going to run the table.
Yeah, Cole, it's funny you say this because I had a conversation with Bo just the other day. When we were little kids, when I was 13, I think the national championship when Alabama beat Miami in '93. Me and Bo were like, we didn't know what that was. That loss when Gino Torretta got the Heisman, and then the next game, I think it was the Sugar Bowl, we got blown out. Me and little Bo, we were like, what the hell's going on? We weren't used to it. We didn't know what the hell was going on.
No, I remember.
Now we're numb to it.
Because you know why? If you think about it, Miami became relevant in '83, right? You win in '83. You had a couple down years. All right, '86, we're back on top. We lose to Penn State. We come back in '87. We win in '87. We had a bad call against Notre Dame in '88, or else we would have won that year. We come back and win in '89. We have a bad, game against BYU in '90, or else we would have ran that table. We win in '91. We lost it in '92, and then the next thing you know, here comes the Pell Grant and the scandals.
Oh, no, but wait a minute. What about Costa? What about Costa with that Washington game? That gave me a stomachache.
Oh, man. The home winning streak.
Yeah, dude, but as a kid, you're not used to that. You're like, oh, shit, we lost.
Yeah. Well, and again, you might have had a loss here and there on the road, but, man, you didn't lose at the OB. That was, like, sacred. You came to the OB, you might as well just stay on the bus. You weren't winning. And then all of a sudden, there's that Washington game. And then from there, it was just like a trickle-down effect. And, but look, we were down for, 5 years, until really that UCLA game at the end of the 98 season going into 99.
The NC State game.
After that, bro, man. Listen, the Micron PC Bowl, it was a wrap. We have ballers, man. Like Shaquille Green, people don't realize how good of a college receiver that guy was, man.
How about Magic
didn't work
Benton?
out the pros because of the
Magic Benton had a big year that one year.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear something sad, Cole, man? That Russell Athletic Bowl win that we had a few years ago, I thought that was our UCLA game. I thought it was.
I thought it was our Micron PC Bowl game. That's what I thought. It's our Micron PC Bowl game. Because then the next year, what happened? We went to the damn Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
The year after the Micron PC Bowl, we went and played in the Gator Bowl against Georgia Tech. That was a January 1 bowl, and we beat them, blew them out.
Again, people don't realize, you go in there with Dorsey, and next thing you know, it's a whole different ball game, man. They had who was their quarterback? Joe, number 14. What was it?
Joey
Georgia
Hamilton.
Tech quarterback.
Yeah,
Joey
Joey
Hamilton. Yeah, man. Dude, they had a squad back then. But we went in there like people think about and Dan Morgan's one of my favorite players ever. But if Nate Webster doesn't declare for the draft and go in early, you might not see Dan Morgan on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with Gore. If Gore don't blow his knees out, you don't see McGahee on the field.
Cole, since we're having a nostalgic conversation here, Kane's a nostalgic conversation. Let me ask you something. That 2000 Sugar Bowl team your favorite, or was it the 2001 team? Like, which one did you favor more?
I like
the 2001.
2001.
Yeah, that Sugar Bowl team. Like, I like, even though they didn't win the national championship, I love that team.
That was the class that brought us back.
That was a class. That 97 class, bro. I mean, those guys came in 97. They endured a couple bad years. But, I mean, again, you're talking about the Reeds, and you're talking about the Blades and the Morgans and Santana Moss and Reggie Waynes. I mean, those were ballers. You went out of your way to give these kids scholarships, and they chose to come to Miami. And you know what? They didn't just put that U on that helmet, man. They put that U in their heart, and they just did everything they possibly could to get this program back to where it's supposed to be. And then all of a sudden, again, I'm going to say this to the day I die right now, man. This social media stuff has completely killed not just our program. I think, just like high school athletics and college athletics in general, because it's an entitlement type mentality now. But, man, you got to earn that stuff. Again, we talk about the turnover chain and the touchdown rings. Like, dude, how about you just make a play? I don't want to see you 20 minutes, 30 minutes after you guys lost posting your 2 highlights that you had during the game on social. I mean, man, how about you take that time to watch some film?
I said the same thing last year.
Dude, last year when we got beat by Boston College, the very next morning, there's cats out there on jet skis, on Instagram, how come you're not in the film room and realize how bad you guys got exposed? Like, honestly.
I was telling someone the other day, man, they should charge 25 cents a tweet. Every time you tweet, 25 cents. That'll stop all this bullshit.
Shit. It was after the Virginia game last year. After the Virginia game, was it 15 minutes later? A lot of those players were still already on Instagram going live.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And like, at the end of the day, listen, they're college young men. I don't want to call them kids. Because between 18 and 22, except for our punter who's like 26, but like from 18 to 22, you're a young man. Like, I'm not going to try to take anything away from you, but there's got to be priorities. That priority's got to start at the top too. That head coach, those, people who are player advisors and, like the Coonies and the DVDs and those type of guys, again, they got to kind of get a grip on this stuff too. But if the head coach isn't telling you guys you can't do it, then what are they going to do? They're going to do it. I asked a question on Twitter the other day, like on the winning programs, like the Alabamas and the Ohio States and the Clemsons, like what is their kids doing for social media? Are they all on social media? Are they kind of going out and about? I don't know because I don't follow any of them.
No, they got a ban. They got to ban them. They ban them during the season.
And look what they're doing, right? And look what they are doing. Because to them, it's not a priority. Like, we want to worry about down here about posting up at a gas station on top of a Ford Buick or something, like, oh, look at me. Like, I don't care. Crazy, man.
It is crazy.
The good old days, the good old days of just walking out there and busting ass, it's just not there anymore. It's just not. But the parity in college football has completely changed too, man.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Derek.
But it's got to start somewhere.
We got our man Chicago Kane on here. Chicago Kane.
Oh.
What's up? What's up, bro? What's going on, y'all?
Oh, nothing.
Bro. Good.
What do you think about Friday night?
Yeah, I'm a chill. I'm gonna watch the game, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I actually took a vacation day because I work Friday and I get off late, but I'm gonna sit there and watch this shit. Hope I don't get tortured tomorrow.
Hey, you better have some Patron next to you.
Right, we see what happens. We see what happens, man. Hey, real quick, man. I was listening to a guy talk. I don't know where the fuck I heard him at, but he was saying we was talking Miami football or whatever, and I was like, he's motherfucking serious. He was saying like he wouldn't take Urban Meyer over Manny because Urban Meyer got health issues. I wouldn't give a fuck if Urban Meyer was on his deathbed.
That motherfucker. We'll be
Urban Meyer doesn't have health issues. He uses that shit for excuses. If he had a health issue, he wouldn't be on Fox. Urban Meyer has multiple Oscar awards. Case closed.
I don't know who this motherfucker was, man. I was like, dude, you got to get out your goddamn mind, man.
I take his ass right now. Right now, I take him. Right fucking now.
I take Urban Meyer in a heartbeat right now.
I take his ass on his deathbed with one of them things hanging out his arms and lay it around.
We wheel him out to the field and everything, huh?
Right. Yeah, but no, man. I don't know what to think. I'm glad Nicole's getting his shot. I'm a Jaren guy. I'm glad Nicole's getting his shot. I think he got terrible coaching last year, and he did some fucked up shit or whatever with all of their kids, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let him play. If he can spark the team, I'm all for whoever gonna help Miami win.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying. I don't give a shit about being right. I just want to win, man. I'm tired of fucking losing.
Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this: What if Koji comes out and plays the same type of game that he did last year up in Virginia? Do you yank him or do you let him ride?
See, that's where the issue comes into play, because now we're playing this musical quarterback shit. Okay, he's playing bad. You follow what I'm saying? Like, make a decision, ride the guy the fuck out, and if you want to ride with the coach, you got to ride with him good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But not, next week you can't say, well, Jaron Shoulders better, and the coach played bad, and I'm going to put Jaron in. This is the same shit from last. Once again, it's the same shit from last year, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. Everybody trying to hide, but I can say everybody, but it's like certain things that some of the coaches trying to hide by what the quarterback play is the reason why. Oh, the fucking team is poorly coached is the reason why we fucking lose. It ain't just the quarterback play. Stop that shit. You know what I mean? Fucking, I ain't gonna never forget that 4th and fucking 17 shit. That was terrible.
Well, that's fucked up, Chicago kid, huh? You ain't gonna forget about that.
You know, but you know what? Let's talk about that 4th and 17. At the end of the day, the players still got to do assignment football. I don't know what was called, but you still got to be able to cover your man.
But come on, Derek. Don't you at least see how they line up and then call timeout and then now let's see what the fuck we're gonna run here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Chicago Kane. Well, what does D'Onofrio do in 4th and 17? Huh?
He drops everybody.
Hey,
were they on the 40? If they're on the 40, man, was in the end zone.
I was looking at recruiting classes, and I noticed when we had the good team a couple of years ago, we won the 10 in a row and shit. Think about the D lineman that was on that team.
Yeah,
that was Golden's dude. That was Golden's players, man. Mm-hmm. That was McIntosh, Norton. What's the other kid? They called him the all-purpose guy. He was good. He was a real good player. I can't think of this motherfucker's name.
Trent Harris. Trent
Red Wine. Fucking my man John. All them guys was recruited by Golden. So my thing is, man, you got to show me with recruiting too, man. I'm tired of this. We almost got this dude. We almost got this other motherfucker.
Pedro, you still on the line? Hold on, Chicago. Let me ask you something real quick, because I'm still confused about this. That 2016, that Swag 16 class. Okay, Mark Richt came in. Okay, Mark Richt came in. So are they still considered Golden kids because he recruited some of them, or are they Mark Richt kids?
The 2000, we talking about the 2016, the Swag, which was a Shaq Pinkney class.
Yeah. Are they Golden kids or Mark Richt?
Those are still Golden kids.
Those are Golden kids. Yeah.
You got to remember.
Okay, so we still got Golden kids.
They still came.
See, this is the thing. Right. This is the last of the Golden kids, and the crazy thing that I saw that 11 of the 19 guys from that that last class are no longer with the program. So you only got 9 guys from that class right now that's on the team.
Wow.
Okay.
And only like and out of those 9, well, 2 of them left last year, which was Homer and Joe Jackson was a part of that class as well.
Yeah,
But
Joe
right now,
Jackson.
but right now you only got, it was 11 of the 19 of that total class are gone. So you only got 9 guys of that class that's still lingering around our program as of this date.
You want to hear a crazy stat? You want to hear a crazy stat? Here's a crazy stat. Kane Shades interviewed 18 kids. How many kids 18 kids from the Swag 16 class, Bo?
The only one we didn't get was Jackson. Jackson was the only one we didn't get.
Well, yeah, we interviewed all of them.
And out of those guys, we saw 2 of them are no longer with the program due to injuries, which was Amar Richards and Malik Young. So you can't. Those guys were part of that.
You want to hear something sad? You want to hear something sad? When we interviewed all them kids, they were all talking about national championship, bringing the shit back, bringing the national championship back. That's sad, man.
Yeah, they be believing that shit, man. That's what they come for.
You had a lot of dogs. You had a lot of dogs in that class that no longer. I mean, you're talking about. Look at the guys that's not with this program. We had Dante Mullins, Sam Bruce. You had Cedric Wright with that safety. I mean, the list is ridiculous of the guys that was a part of that class that's no longer here.
When I go back and listen to it, man. I feel kind of like, damn, fuck, they didn't, damn, you feel fucked up, man.
Remember, we thought Jack Allison was going to be the guy.
Have you all talked about offensive line?
Oh,
I just got off work. I don't know if y'all touched on that or not. About where they're going to get offensive linemen from moving forward.
Well, I don't know. I know where they need to go. They need to go to the Northeast and the Midwest and shit like that, is what I think.
Yeah. It's time, man. It's time. So whoever recruiting Wisconsin motherfuckers, follow them around.
How about Boston College? How about Boston College?
Hey, let me say something real quick, guys. Let me say something real quick, guys.
Pittsburgh.
Where does UCF recruit their linemen?
I don't fucking know.
Wherever.
I don't know.
Wherever
they got one.
They get rid of the ball so quick, you ain't got to worry about it.
They got one from Hawaii.
Right. Yeah, we need linemen bad than the motherfuckers.
Hey, Bo.
Man, we need to go to these country towns and get these big old white boys.
Yeah.
So what you think about Isaiah Walker?
Well, I think what?
What do you think about Walker?
He left, didn't he? And Isaiah Walker didn't he flip over to Florida?
Or is he going to Gators?
He committed to Florida, so there's nothing yet.
We ain't getting We ain't getting him. We're not getting him.
Nah, he gone. That motherfucker's
gone.
Man, that man's flipped so many times, it ain't funny.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he went to South Carolina, Florida. He's not. He's gonna be SEC guy. He's not gonna be Miami.
Yeah.
But can
they got a nice bag. They dropped a nice bag over
But let's be realistic here. Florida's 5-0. They just beat Auburn. They're probably gonna go 10.
Exactly.
Probably gonna go 10-2 with losses to LSU and Georgia. And here we are gonna be fighting to get in the damn bowl game. Would you really come to Miami right now, or would you go to Florida, who's about to have 2 10-win seasons under Dan Mullen?
But it all depends.
It depends. It depends if I want to play right away.
Yeah.
We'll be lucky. We'll be lucky to make the quick lane bowl.
You go in the foot.
I mean, if you want to play right away, why not come to Miami?
Well,
you can play right away.
If you think you're that good, but if you think you're that good, you think you can go play right away anywhere.
You think you're gonna play? You're gonna think you're gonna play? Think you're good enough to come play? Yeah. You ain't thinking about that.
And then here's another thing with Miami fans. They want to use that. We can come play right away right here, and then you get mad because the kid wants to go to Alabama or Clemson because they want to go compete for a job. But when Miami was in that shoes. And you're saying, oh, come over here, you can compete. You go over there, and you get given the job, and it was a bad thing. Now we're the ones in the bad position. So we're the ones in that bad position.
And check this out. We win the remaining of our games, we're most likely back in the – if we win – listen, if we win the remaining of our games.
Man, what are
you smoking?
Are we going to listen to me? We're all laughing here, right? But can I finish? Thank you. Even if we win the remaining games, Yo, we might just we might just go back to New York in the little pinstripe bowl with 12-degree weather. We might just go back over there, even winning all the games.
Hey, listen, I went to that shit last year. It was cold as hell.
And we're gonna play Iowa.
It was cold.
The Pinstripe Bowl pays you $4 million.
And
that's gonna be the highest payout we'll probably get in a bowl.
But we got to win all our games to go to that New York thing, though.
Man,
we got to win.
let's
We
get
don't want to go back to New York in that 12-degree weather. We got to win all of them.
Let's get the Gator.
Well, my prediction doesn't have us winning all of them.
Well, let's get the Gator Bowl or
the
Orlando Bowl. Pinstripe Bowl, they're gonna have us play like Iowa or somewhere. We get our ass kicked in the cold weather.
I still think we're gonna end up in the Cook Lane Bowl.
That's crazy. We got to win all the rest of our games to make like an Orlando Bowl or one of them bullshits, huh? Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Play Nebraska in the give a fuck ass bowl.
At least we got FIU on the schedule, huh? That FIU game's gonna help us with the bowl thing, huh?
Hey, maybe
imagine if we lose to them motherfuckers.
Look,
imagine we lose to them motherfuckers.
Listen, we still gotta go. We still gotta go to teams that we have struggled in the past. We still gotta go to Pitt. We still gotta go to FSU. And we still got to go to Duke.
Oh, man. That's not looking good, fellas.
Man, please, I really don't want to make another long drive back home from Pittsburgh after a loss.
But listen, we almost lost to Central Michigan. Listen, we almost lost to Central Michigan. Does FIU worry anybody here?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Could you imagine?
Wouldn't that be some shit? Wouldn't that be some shit? We lose to them motherfuckers.
We lose to Butch Davis? Oh, my God, bro.
Butch Davis and the Marlins where the Orange Bowl used to be?
Yeah, that's a hard
Someone's burning that stadium down. We
We
lose to Butch Davis at Marlin Stadium. Someone's burning Marlin Stadium down. Something's going to happen bad, man.
No, the fans are just going to chant, bring back Butch.
Anthony Reddick better come out with another helmet and hit somebody. I don't give a fuck. You better not lose by you.
Oh, man.
But we almost lost to Central Michigan. It's realistic. That's realistic.
Diaz better leave the state of Florida then if he loses that game.
Listen. People are laughing now, but FIU might not even make it a bowl game this year. So that might be their bowl game.
Yeah, I think Butch Davis is using all these games as preseason games for Miami.
Getting ready for Miami. That's crazy.
Well,
it's crazy. They almost lost to Central Michigan. That's crazy.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy. Hey, listen, I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys on Friday. I'll be at Canewall early.
Prediction, real quick. Prediction.
28-10 Miami.
Oh, you did that already. Oh shit, Chicago Kane prediction.
Prediction, Chicago Kane.
All right.
Hell no.
What do you got, Chicago Kane?
Prediction.
What I got? I'm bad. Okay, man. I think 24-20 Miami.
And all right, you don't want to change anything up with the 2-point conversion.
So 20-24. Right. Do you guys getting 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions, or you got a field goal?
Shit. I don't know. That's 29.
We got the 2-point.
I got a wild prediction.
Go ahead.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right, it's 22-20. Every single PAT is going to be kicked by our punter. What's his name?
The Australian.
Lewis Headley. Lewis Headley. And at the end, we're gonna DJ Doss is gonna score a 2-point conversion for the win.
All right.
Headley doesn't kick PATs.
All right. We do not have Vic tonight. We do not have New York Vic tonight. So.
Oh, good, man. Hey, man, I'll get with y'all next week, man.
All right, Chicago.
All right, hopefully with the win.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. We need one. We need one bad.
All right.
I get up with y'all later, man.
All right, see you later.
Care,
all right.
Man.
All right. So I'm gonna I'm gonna close the show tonight. There's no tucking in, kissing anyone. Just put your cane shades on and let's beat Virginia. We're out of here.
All day.